All right, YouTubers, this week we went out to Hog Heaven. This is a super remote crag, at least for the McDowell Mountains. It took us a long time to get out here, way out to the north side. You could basically see Fountain Hills from there, and it involved a lot of scrambling. This climb we did hadn't been ticked on Mountain Project in well over a year. So the trail was overgrown. It was a true adventure. We did some short roping to get back there. But we were in search of this epic roof. And there's actually more than one awesome moderate trad roof climb here at this place called Hog Heaven, and this was the upper wall. But we only had time to do one because it took us so long to find the crag. So if you're gonna go, reach out and I'll give you some data on how to find it, because you should be able to get there in about an hour and a half. All right, so here I am on Goof-Proof roof, and spoiler alert, it's not aptly named because it was not Goof-Proof. Here's me, the goof. So the guidebook is calling this 5-6, and so is Mountain Project. That said, very few people have ticked it on Mountain Project. This part of the climb certainly does feel 5-6, and to be honest, it's not super fun climbing. It's one of those cracks that looks a lot more fun from far away, and then you get on it and it's so low angle that you're like reaching awkwardly into this thing and your feet are hurting the whole time. You would prefer a crack that is more vertical. They can be much easier and more comfortable to climb. So the whole point of this part of the climb is to get to the cool roof. So I would not hike all the way out there. If it, now that I've been, if it weren't for the roofs, yeah. So I mean, this was semi-enjoyable, but pretty painful on the feet. Another thing about the low angle here, and it's hard to tell in the GoPro footage, but you'll see when we zoom out a little bit. I've got another camera below. You can see how low angle it is there. And another problem with that is you're almost always facing ledge fall. So you have to place a lot of pro to avoid the cheese grating down the ledge on this kind of low angle climb. And here I was about 10 or 15 feet above the piece previous there, so I'm just getting 2 in. To follow my rule, I'm trying to keep 2 pieces between me and the hospital. Most climbing accidents are in fact trad gear, like trad climbing and trad gear coming out. And so whenever you encounter someone that says you're placing too much gear, I don't know, just smile and wave and then climb the route and place a bunch of pro. That's what keeps us able to come out every week and do this, is not getting hurt on falls. I would say the crack gloves are a must for this route. This is really coarse granite. There is some smooth stuff in the McDowells, but it's pretty rare. And so this is that more Pinnacle Peak type rough granite, so you definitely want that protection. You can see me having to like lean forward awkwardly there. That's that low angle nature of this climb. But there you see that sick roof. That's what the cool kids say. It's sick, and it is worth going out there for this roof. So I had just done Hanging Gardens maybe 2 weeks before this, and Hanging Gardens has also has a beautiful 5-6 crack, but Hanging Gardens is not low angle. It's almost vertical and so much more fun to climb. Yeah, this part of the climb was very uncomfortable. The toe jams were not comfortable, and back hurt as well. Just trying to lean forward into this this crack. I had read on Mountain Project that these stances, someone that climbed this before must have been just a much better climber than me, because they said the stances were amazing and it was super comfy, and that was not my experience. All right, I'm getting pretty close to the roof now, and the more deeper into this up this crack I get, the more intimidated I am. I'm gonna be trying the left exit on that roof, which takes smaller gear up to a number 3. I wish I had brought my 5 and maybe 6, because then I could have tried the right exit. As you'll see in a moment, I struggled with the left exit. So if you do go out here to do the Goof-Proof roof, if you're willing to carry it, bring those bigger pieces. If you find the left exit, a little bit too tough, perhaps you could try that exit to the right with the bigger gear. definitely should not have that gate facing into the crack right there. Don't do that. Okay, so I was just based on what I heard on Mountain Project or read, I was expecting the stance up in this corner, the corner of the dihedral here under the roof. I was expecting it to be very comfortable. It was super painful on the feet. The stance was not good, and that's probably one of the reasons why I struggled to send this roof. So let's get up in here and let's get in some pro. You can really see how low angle it is there. And unfortunately on the roof, so the roof it's 6 feet deep. So I'm gonna have to extend these placements with a massive sling. Otherwise, once I clear the roof, my rope, I'll just get stopped with rope drag. So I have to use a massive sling. And unfortunately, because of the low angle nature of the climb, that means that if I do fall trying to send this roof, there's a good chance I hit the ledge below. So I feel super insecure in this spot. So I'm just clipping a quick draw. That's just not a permanent measure. I'm just trying to mitigate a fall right away. Now I'm gonna extend this. You can't see it in the video, but I've already clipped the rope below to this giant sling. See how uncomfortable my left foot is here. So I definitely want to get more than one piece in on this crux move. And you can see I clipped both pieces to that massive sling. That is not ideal. I'm not sure I would emulate that. I didn't really know what was beyond this roof, and I wanted to save. I think I only had one more sling, and I wanted to save it. So I've cut a whole bunch out of this. I made like 3 or 4 attempts to send this roof. Almost fell twice. And it just wasn't working for me. I had read that there would be jugs you could hold onto. And what I think the beta is you really have to fist jam, like a vertical fist jam with your right hand. And then sort of lunge over for that jug with your left. It sort of looks like there's a nice ledge in there to grab, but it's pretty slopey and slick. So it did not feel secure. So now what I did here is I free Frenched it. I pulled on that number 3, so I cheated, with my right hand. And then you saw I had to match my feet on that little nub and then sort of lunge over for that jug with the left. It wasn't crazy hard, but it certainly didn't feel 5/6 to me. especially on lead with that huge extended draw and ledge pretty close below. So I want to think of a better way to protect this climb and come back and actually send it, because I definitely had to aid the crux move there. But it was still pretty sick. The young kids would say I sent the gnar. Well, not really. It was fun. And then you can't see it on the video, but then I sunk a red number 1 pretty deep in there, and then realized the climb was basically over. I am going to put in another piece just to keep 2 pieces, in there, 2 essential pieces, but then the climb's over, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a super fun route. You can see the climb to the right. That's the foolproof roof. And then the climb to the left is the dust-proof roof. There's a whole bunch here at this crag. And I'm definitely going to go back and actually send in the future. And I hope you get out there too. Yeah, we rigged the top rope. Just make sure when you top rope it, you keep the rope out of that crack. And there's some drag there, but that's what the sheath is for. Just watch that. Everyone in our party on top rope fell at that crux. And we're not crushers or anything, but we have some, pretty strong climbers that definitely normally be able to top rope 5'10", 5'11". So it was tough, but super fun. Thanks for watching.